Hey folks, how are we? I don't know if you remember or if you watched it a while ago on how to make your own wicking pot. Now, I'm going to be demonstrating on our new series on 7-2 how to build a wicking bed, a raised wicking bed out of timber and lining it all. But what I did here, I had this empty black grit bucket and I thought, you know what, I'm not going to fill it up with black grit because I've got a couple of them. Let's see if we can make a wicking pot out of that. Because we know how wicking beds exist. You can make them out of bathtubs and all things like that. But no one's ever done a little self-watering pot like this, homemade one. You can buy little ones, I suppose. But if you've got plastic pots, why throw them out? Now, a few people had emailed me saying, oh, it's a translucent pot. You're going to get algae developing because it's in the sun. Well, this was positioned on the back porch there on the veranda, getting plenty of, it was facing north, plenty of sunlight and literally no water. I never watered it except for the first time. And let me lift it up here, have a look at this. Got the holes at the bottom. See how I move it around? See this water at the bottom? It's holding its moisture. It's got its water. I planted 3 silver beet in here and they are slow to take off, as many of you would know about silver beet. And these are just going great now. There was a bit of warm weather. We had 2 or 3 warm days and a lot of rain, but the rain that we've had recently is what's actually washed in. That's why I've got the lid on it here like this, a couple of holes to protect it so it doesn't evaporate. So that's the purpose of the lid. Otherwise I'd have to put mulch over the top. So this is a wicking pot. Soil, nothing else, no pebbles. Have I got pebbles? I can't remember. I think I have got pebbles, that's right. I've got pebbles at the bottom up to the hole. And these are the overflow holes. So if you want to build one, make sure you've got overflow holes. Give yourself about 20 centimetres in depth for soil so the roots can grow deep down and start wicking up. I'm not going to pull these out to show you how good the roots are. I'm just going to let them grow, harvest them. And when I get tired of them, then I'll pull them out and I'll show you how good those roots are. But by then it'll be too late for you to enjoy. If you want to make one, check it out on our Facebook page or our YouTube channel. Look it up, how to make your own wicking pots, and you'll be able to do one at home. It's quite easy. Now let's go and have a look at my tomatoes. I think I showed you those about 2 or 3 days ago. But we've got a few big ones, and let me explain to you what you need to do to harden them off and how to tell when they're hardened off. We've gone through this before. My little bottle, it's empty. You've got to love this little thing. Look at it. It's a little rose with holes on it. You water your plants. Got to put some water in it. Let me find you one. Have a look at this. I keep picking this one, I think. Hardening off your tomatoes. Now, I've been doing this for the last 2-3 days. I've actually just put the lid back on. I left it off during those high winds and yesterday's rain. This morning, or yesterday morning, mind you, you saw it on social media, which is a Sunday morning, if you're watching this now. We had a post about the capsicum plants or tomato, also capsicum and chili plants, and how dry the soil was. Well, the next day it bucketed rain. It was raining so heavy, and that's really hydrated. And the same here, I had the lid off, and these have been hydrated for me by natural rain. And these are the roots growing. That's what you want to have as a tomato plant when you want to transplant it out into the garden. When it's hardened off, grab a hold of the stem, it goes purple, and you can feel the firmness, the toughness in the stem of the tomato. That is ready to go in the ground, providing the weather's perfect for it. For us here, it's still a little bit early. So what I'm going to do is allow these to grow out a bit more. Once the entire pot is covered with roots on the outside, I'm going to pot these on into 6 or 8 inch pots and have them sitting in there, but deeper. And if you want to get quality tomatoes, the secret is to actually bury them deeper. So I've got roots down here, but as soon as I cover this part of the stem, that's going to fill itself with more roots. You're going to have twice as many roots to be able to feed the plant on top and give you wonderful flowers and fruit to enjoy. And always use your EcoBoost and Liquid Gold every 2 weeks over the top of the plants. It deters insects, stops disease, and guarantees you to give you big flowers and beautiful juicy fruit as well. Oh, wait a second, I forgot all about this plant, wormwood. We did a cutting of this. It's taken beautifully. Look at all that. The roots are coming out. The other 2 didn't take off, but that's okay. We'll pop this in the ground, take some more cuttings, and before you realise, we'll have a dozen of them around in the garden. Now, folks, if you like what we're doing here, like our Facebook page or subscribe to our YouTube channel so you can watch endless amounts of gardening tips and even some cooking. And don't forget, September the 20th is our first episode on 7-2 at 2 p.m. on a Sunday. Lock that into your diary. And check out our website, vasilisgarden.com, for more great ideas and gardening products. From me, Vasily, Maresi.